Hey y'all, so today your girl wanted to drop by and talk a little more about my alopecia. Y'all have really been showing my alopecia content so much love, and I greatly appreciate you for that, especially because it was something that I didn't know if I wanted to talk about. And as I was thinking about, my alopecia journey, it dawned on me, maybe I should talk about how I came to terms with alopecia, right? It's very difficult. A lot of people, have great difficulty in navigating this journey. And I want to share just a little about, how I came to terms with this whole thing. But before I get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So if you're new to my channel, your girl has alopecia. I started to notice it back in my early 20s, around my first year of teaching. It started with a spot in the middle of my head. And then I decided to become natural, stop the relaxers. I've been natural since 2014, so 10 years now. And, throughout the years, I would wear my hair still in all the styles. It didn't, really affect me as much until about 2 years ago. I really noticed, that my alopecia had really taken a toll on my hair. It was a pretty stressful time in my life. And I know that my alopecia is definitely exacerbated by stress, and then just alopecia as a whole, So, it was a stressful time in my life, and I noticed that like this side of my head, my left side, started to get like pretty thin and right here in the front. Now, at this time, your girl had gotten a taper cut, so my sides and back were gone, and I just had my middle. And this was my first piece in coming to terms with alopecia. It became a hassle to just worry about, right? So I would notice that I would be, worry about, this side of my head, and that you could kind of see through it, and how I'm gonna cover this, how I'm gonna do that. I would, try to do different styles, to make it look thicker, fuller, but it really just became a big hassle for me. And that was just like my first piece of me, getting to the point where now I'm okay, with it. But I just got sick of it. That is stressful, trying to hide spots and do all this other stuff. Like, ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Another part for me that really, started my, coming to terms with alopecia was that it was out of my control, right? Alopecia runs in my family. And it was just, I was like, Alexis, it's out of your control, girl. Like, what can you do about this? Yeah, of course, you can go to the dermatologist, all these things. But there is no cure, for alopecia. And I have CCA, so centrifugal alopecia, that is commonly seen within African American women. You'll start to notice those circular spots, throughout your scalp, and then those smooth spots, which I do have a few of those where hair may not come back. And I just was like, ain't like I can take a pill for this, It ain't like, I can just get some hair growth oil and then my hair is gonna grow back. I know they be advertising that and all the things, but alopecia is an autoimmune issue. And I was just like, girl, you ain't got control over this. So, why am I going to worry about something? Why am I going to put a lot of stock into something that I don't have control over, right? And I had control over, how I wanted to look, which was, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just, rock the low ski. I'm gonna cut it off, and that is what I had control over, right? That's what I could actually manipulate. So I put, just my stock in that. And as you are coming to terms, with your own alopecia, it's important to remember that you do not have control over this, okay? Sometimes you'll see people in the comments, oh, do this, try this, do that. I don't have control over this, and neither do you, okay? It is in the Creator's, Jesus Christ himself, hands, okay? And when he says that I want Miss Duggan to have some hair again, then that is when I will have hair, okay? But as for now, I don't have control over it, so I ain't gonna worry about it, okay? You know, I've talked about this a bit throughout the video, but I got tired, right? That's really the underlying thing for me when it came to embracing my alopecia. And that is that I got tired. I don't know about y'all, but one thing I have learned about myself, especially over this last year, once I get tired, like that is the trigger for change for me. Like, and I think it's like that for a lot of black women. You know, once your mama got tired, you sit your behind down, okay? So, you know, once I get tired, you know, good things come from that, right? I got tired of being broke and my money being a mess, right? I became debt free. I got tired, you know, of my job. I quit it, okay? And my stress was gone, right? So, you know, same thing with my alopecia. I got tired of worrying about it, of worrying what other people would think. You know, oh my gosh, girl, you're gonna be a bald head scallywag. They're gonna be talking about you. You know, I got tired of just carrying all of that in my head. And I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. Once you come to the point of it is what it is, you know, you're in a much better place about things. And that's where I am, you know, with my alopecia, right? It is what it is. Thank God I still have, you know, my cognitive abilities. It did not affect that at all. You know, all is well, you know, throughout my life. I just can't grow no hair right now, okay? At least on my head, right? But I just got to that point where, you know, enough is enough. I was tired, boss, and it ain't no other thing but to just embrace this thing head on. And on the lines, you know, with embracing it head on, you know, another part to my journey is embracing change. I don't know about y'all, but I am a type A person. I really don't care for change that much, but I had to embrace change, you know, and this was a big change for me, like a really big change. And then it's one of those things where like you can't hide it, right? I mean, I could have put on a wig, you know, but I didn't. I cut my hair, and that's just what it was, you know. Everybody could see it, right? But, you know, in embracing change, in embracing something new, you know, there's a lot of opportunity in that. You don't know what to expect, you know, because it's new. So you don't have just all of those constraints. And that's really, you know, another underlying part to my journey is I had to embrace change. I had to get comfortable, you know, with it. I'm kind of growing her out just a bit now, not all the way. Y'all, I had a dream I had a mohawk, and I was like, oh, you know, maybe I'll grow it out just a little bit, and kind of just, you know, shape it down on the sides to get like a cute little mohawk. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Y'all know your girl has been rocking wigs. But, you know, in embracing this change, you know, I've just learned to, you know, really get to the real me. You know, I can't cover it up. I can't hide it, right? It is what it is, you know. And I want to know if you are on this alopecia journey, if you're an alopecia girl or guy, drop down in the comments and let me know, where are you on your journey, you know, of hair loss. Give an encouraging word to somebody else. And if you want to know more about my alopecia journey, click one of these videos here. Bye. I would like to get